This story is partly based on a side quest in Xenoverse, but that won't really go into play until later. There will be timestamps right here and in the comments down below telling you the specific arcs and stuff like that, since this video is a bit longer than the ones I usually do. But anyways, let's begin.
Last time on Dragon Ball. On age 739, the Saiyan warrior race returned to planet Vegeta under Frieza's orders. Bardock, the father of a young Saiyan, suspected that Frieza, the ruling emperor of the universe, was up to no good. Bardock and his wife Gine made up a plan to send their son Goku off to a different planet. This was an unknown planet far away from Vegeta, Earth. However, Kakarot's pod drifted off course and landed on a completely separate planet, with Earth being left alone from the Saiyans. Without Earth's mightiest protector, how will Earth survive? Our planet's fate is decided now. Heroes from Earth itself. What if Goku never landed on Earth?
Now it is age 749, and a young girl named Bulma is out and about to collect the 7 magic Dragon Balls in order to wish for a perfect boyfriend or a lifetime supply of strawberries. She finds herself heading towards the 4-star Dragon Ball up on Mount Paozu. In the meantime, the old martial artist Son Gohan prepared his morning stew with a bright smile, about to head out and find some more wood for the following weeks. It must have been fate for Son Gohan and Bulma to meet, as Bulma nearly hits Gohan with her car. Gohan, being the capable martial artist that he is, jumped out of the way. The two introduced themselves. After laughing at her name, the two head back to Gohan's house, where Bulma freaked out over the 4-star Dragon Ball. Gohan stopped her and explained that the Dragon Ball should not be used for silly wishes, and that it's a dangerous quest. However, Bulma would not give in. Thus, Gohan decides to accompany her on an adventure. He wasn't going to let a young lady go out and get herself in danger. Plus, she was very pretty. Unbeknownst to them, the villainous Pilaf gang were also collecting the 7 Dragon Balls in order to rule the world. They work in the shadows as Gohan and Bulma head out. When Bulma is attacked by a pterodactyl, Grandpa Gohan moves so quickly he nearly fell off the edge, but managed to free Bulma and hit the pterodactyl with the power pole. Bulma knew that she had made the right choice by bringing Gohan along. Eventually, the duo find a turtle, whom Gohan recognizes as Master Roshi's, and so they take him to the sea. The turtle is very thankful and brings back Master Roshi to thank the pair. Gohan is very happily reunited with his master, and the two have a good laugh. Master Roshi gets serious for a second and hits Gohan in the head, telling him to keep up with his training. When Bulma realizes that Roshi has a Dragon Ball, she offers to flash him her panties. Both Gohan and Roshi stare in wonder, blood flowing from their noses. Thankfully, she did have panties on. Some of you may argue that Gohan isn't perverted, but in some filler, he's shown to have a perverted side. And when he meets Goku during Baba's challenge, he mentions all the girls he has in heaven. So, this is where that's coming from. Though Roshi did offer the Flying Nimbus, neither could really ride it. So they just went on their way to the next destination. They found themselves in a small village being terrorized by the monster Oolong. Gohan is already suspicious of the monster and doesn't believe it. The wise man awaits the arrival of Oolong, who he quickly realizes is a fraud. He simply chopped him in the back of the neck, which made Oolong transform back into a pig. Once Oolong regained consciousness, he found himself tied down on a boat with our two heroes. They had set free the girls and gotten a new Dragon Ball. Oolong simply resigned and accepted his fate and joined him as an ally. Gohan led the group to a desert, where they were attacked by Yamcha. Yamcha fared well against Gohan, but he was not trying his hardest, especially once Gohan used the power pole against him, to which Yamcha realizes his legendary martial artist status. Gohan convinced Yamcha to join him, seeing him as a young man with a lot of potential. He was completely afraid of Bulma, however, so he had to ride in a separate vehicle. As Yamcha freaks out, the team heads out to Fire Mountain, where they were attacked by the Ox King. But he stops himself once he realizes that his old friend Gohan is there. Their reunion is short-lived, and the Ox King begs Gohan to help him take out the fire. Though Gohan thinks of getting Roshi, who would be a better fit to do it, he realizes that he could do it himself. With a Kamehameha, the blast destroys the castle, but the Ox King is thankful. The two say their goodbyes as Chi-Chi looks at Yamcha with a huge crush. The team's next stop is a small village for gas, but they find it under the tyranny of the rabbit boss. Gohan tried to be a good man and was very concerned, but he doesn't realize just how serious the situation is until Bulma is turned into a carrot. In response to this, Gohan challenges the boss to a battle. He bets that the boss couldn't even touch him, and sure enough, no matter how many bullets they fired, not one of them hit Gohan. He pointed one hand out to the rabbit, threatening him, telling him that he better turn back Bulma. The rabbit boss finally gives in and goes away from the town forever. The team heads out to the final Dragon Ball, but they are ambushed by the Pilaf gang, who have the last Dragon Ball. Though Gohan manages to get away from them, Bulma is captured, along with the Dragon Balls. As the Pilaf machine flies away, Gohan grabs the power pole and extends it far, riding it. He catches Bulma as he punches a hole through the mecha, but the Pilaf machine crashes down with the Dragon Balls. By the time they get there, the Pilaf gang is gone. As it turns out, they fled to a nearby castle, and the dragon team goes after them. But the sky turns dark as Shenron appears. It was too late. However, Gohan had to think fast before Pilaf could get his wish. Whatever it was, it couldn't be good. Gohan could barely see the dragon as he was summoned, so he used the Kamehameha to blast himself forward, passing by Shenron's face as he screamed something about a cute girl magazine.
Your wish has been granted. Until the next summoning.
Shenron was gone, and Gohan got a new magazine. Pilaf damped the world, but before he was confronted, he and his minions escaped on a plane. The team didn't have time to catch up to them. They had to celebrate. Though Gohan did apologize for not giving any of the other ones the wish. But it was okay. They had all grown from this adventure, and Yamcha wasn't even scared of girls anymore. Gohan turned to Yamcha and invited him to train for a while. He accepted, though Bulma was upset as she wanted him to be her boyfriend. Yamcha promised to visit. Gohan and Yamcha then helped Bulma to get back to her home, along with Oolong. Gohan made Bulma promise to introduce him to some pretty single girls. They said their goodbyes, and Gohan took Yamcha to the beach. He told Yamcha to swim until he could get to the island, and that's where they meet each other. Yamcha didn't know if he could do it, but after some time and a little help from Puar, he made it. There, he found Gohan and Master Roshi and Krillin. Yamcha and Krillin will become Kamehameha students together. They don't like each other at first, but their bonds develop over time. Though without the influence of someone like Goku, their bond is never quite as deep or as friendly as it could be. Roshi pushes them very hard for a long time, and Gohan helps with the training as well. This lasts for around 8 months, until the Tenkaichi Budokai arrives, and all 3 members enter the tournament. Though Roshi and Gohan are under disguises, specifically Jackie Chun and Bruce Lee. The first battle is Bacteria vs Krillin, where Krillin beats him after realizing he doesn't have a nose. Next is Ranfan vs Yamcha, where Bulma gets very jealous while in the crowd, but Bulma's fury makes Yamcha focus and defeats the woman. Next is Nam vs Jackie Chun, in a very tough battle, and a true showcase of martial arts. However, Jackie Chun wins, but does help out Nam with some water. Then Giran vs Bruce Lee, where Giran's tough body and gum is used against himself. Thanks to Gohan's powerful attacks and fast speed, Gohan wins. Or rather, Bruce Lee. During this whole time, Yamcha is trying to figure out just exactly who the mysterious men are, but no luck. For the semifinals, first is Krillin vs Yamcha, with Gohan and Roshi excited to see their students battle. They are very equal in power, but Yamcha showcases a move he had been preparing in secret, his own Kamehameha, and defeats Krillin. The second part of the semifinals is Jackie Chun vs Bruce Lee, and the two friends are as pumped as ever, but they know they shouldn't go too crazy. They level themselves as to not destroy the stage and cause too much of a scene. But even so, the round ends with a Kamehameha battle that sends Gohan flying off the stage. Everyone is surprised to see 3 Kamehamehas in one tournament, but Lee and Chun explained that they are cousins of Roshi. The final round is between Chun and Yamcha, and it is an incredible battle. Though Yamcha isn't as strong as Goku was during the time, Yamcha is more mature as a martial artist, and that allows him to nearly defeat the master, though he's eventually knocked out of the arena.
Hey kids, don't go away. We'll be right back. And now back to our show.
Roshi and Gohan celebrate with the students over a job well done, as Yamcha hopes to challenge those two mysterious men again sometime. Roshi and Gohan then propose a challenge to the two students, to go out to the world together and train by themselves. They agree, but Yamcha has an idea of using the Dragon Radar and also finding the Dragon Balls as part of their training. Unknown to them, both the Pilaf gang and the Red Ribbon forces have been looking for the Dragon Balls already. During their travels, they find plenty of Dragon Balls, but also challenges by the Red Ribbon army. They manage through most of them with teamwork, such as Muscle Tower, where they rescue not only the chief, but also Android 8. Their toughest challenge comes in the form of General Blue, who nearly kills the Dragon team in the Pirate Cave. However, Yamcha's and Puar's quick thinking allows them to escape, just barely. It is possible they could have died, but they managed to escape with their lives and Dragon Ball, but they cannot defeat Blue. They know they will need their master's help. Though Gohan and Roshi are reluctant to help, they do so because of the dangers the army proposes to Earth. Gohan goes along with them, while Roshi stays at Kame House. They travel to the sacred lands of Korin and meet up with Bora and Upa, as they looked for the 4-star Dragon Ball, knowing that the Red Ribbon forces would be there soon. Tao Pai Pai arrives, and he had already killed General Blue. He even tries to kill Bora, but Gohan manages to defend him. Tao takes the Dragon Ball that Bora dropped and begins to battle against Gohan. Gohan yells at his students to begin to climb up Korin Tower, while Gohan distracts Tao Pai Pai. Remember, Gohan was really powerful when he fought and nearly defeated a Goku who had already defeated Tao Pai Pai. So I think it's fair to say that he could deal with Tao. And so Tao and Gohan battle, though it is mostly Gohan distracting Tao while the students train at Korin Tower for some time. It takes them longer to get to the top and catch Korin compared to Goku. Tao eventually gets tired of this and travels away, but he didn't realize that Gohan had taken the Dragon Ball away from him. So Tao has to come back, but by then, Krillin and Yamcha had already come down, stronger than ever. Gohan was proud of them and let them defeat Tao. After defeating the assassin, they head out to defeat the Red Ribbon forces that are left, knowing they could take over the Earth if they get their hands on the Dragon Balls. Altogether, they go to where the Dragon Radar points at having at least one Dragon Ball. There, they run through and defeat the Red Ribbon soldiers that get in their way, until finally they have to battle Black. His mech is powerful, and it takes all three of them using the Kamehameha to defeat him. This is actually Krillin's first time using the Kamehameha. Gohan pats his students in the back and tells them that they will need to go back to Kame House to rest. The 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai arrives not long after, and the battles go down a bit differently. Yamcha and Tien Shinhan's battle is even more even, but Yamcha is still defeated. Likewise, Krillin defeats Chaozu. Tien Shinhan vs Jackie Chun also ends with Tien Shinhan winning, while Bruce Lee vs Krillin ends with Krillin winning. Gohan was proud and realizes that his students have become more powerful than he is. However, Krillin loses against Tien Shinhan. Without Goku, Tien Shinhan never truly reforms into a good person, though Master Roshi does lead him that way, to the best of his ability, much like in the original story. Sadly, celebrations don't go as planned. Though everyone in the Dragon team is alive by the time Piccolo and his minions arrive, they are soon aware of the dangers as Tien Shinhan runs into the restaurant with Chaozu dead in his arms. He explains what he saw, and Roshi instantly realizes that Piccolo has returned. Tambourine crashes through the ceiling of the place, but is driven off by their combined power. A chase begins, but they can't catch up to the monster. Piccolo has been released by Pilaf, who tried to destroy the Red Ribbon forces while they were around, but Piccolo knows that the Dragon team has most of the Dragon Balls. Though Roshi will attempt to use the Mafuba, nothing will work. Piccolo would kill every single one of them. Though Gohan, Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien Shinhan put up a great fight after Roshi dies, Piccolo's men overwhelm them, and Piccolo personally kills Gohan. Without Goku, Piccolo easily takes over Earth. Though some humans live, they are all enslaved or hidden away as Piccolo's demons take over Earth. However, unknown to Piccolo, a man named Dr. Gero began to create some androids in secret. At first, they were made to get revenge on Gohan and his students, but now they are made to defeat King Piccolo. It would take a long time to finish them, but Dr. Gero may be Earth's last hope. As he finished Android 9, 10, 11, etc., he gradually released them. Over the next years, Dr. Gero would make progressively stronger androids to battle Piccolo's men, starting out with some with comparable power to that of the Dragon team. He would learn more about Piccolo and his men, and thus make his own androids tougher and tougher. The world is plunged into an all-out civil war between the androids and the demons, becoming an even worse nightmare than when Piccolo was the sole ruler. The war comes to a head when 19, 17, and 18 are released. Though nowhere near as powerful as the Cell Arc in the original story, they are still very powerful. However, their programming is to defeat Piccolo and bring peace to Earth. Even with this righteous goal, the androids still kill Dr. Gero, wanting to be their own masters. After witnessing the power of these androids, Piccolo feels his throne is threatened, so he takes it upon himself to get stronger. Not only does he train, but he also travels to Kami's lookout. The two halves battle each other in a destructive battle that left the lookout in pieces. In the end, Piccolo comes out on top and forces a union between Piccolo and Kami, creating a new Super Namekian, a very powerful being, but nowhere near as Piccolo was during the Cell Arc. This is the concept that I took directly from Xenoverse. Since the fusion wasn't exactly consensual, the union isn't as affected by the mind of Kami, though there is some residue in there somewhere. The war would go on for years and years, with the androids slowly learning about Piccolo and how powerful he was. Piccolo eventually used the Room of Spirit and Time, making him even stronger. There's a turn in the war, however, when Babidi and his men come to Earth to bring back Majin Buu. Remember, this Earth is pretty much run by extremely powerful demons, so Babidi wants to take advantage of this. While there, he would have taken over the Piccolo forces, while Kaioshin and Kibito helped the androids. Even after absorbing 17 and 18, Cell, who was released by the other androids not long before, can't take the entire army. This Cell is also not as powerful as the one in the original story. None of the androids are, since they couldn't learn about any Super Saiyan or how powerful Goku would become. So, Dabura is far above Cell. With Babidi, Piccolo and his men finally defeat the androids with a significant power boost, as well as the help of Dabura and the other minions. It takes a long time, but Babidi uses Piccolo and his sons to give energy to Majin Buu until he's awoken. Without anyone to stop him, Buu and Babidi, along with his new army, would destroy all of Universe 7. Kaioshin is also killed in the process, killing Beerus. As Majin Buu spreads through the other universes, the gods of destruction become aware of it, until they are finally able to either destroy him or seal him away once more. Though it is difficult, as he absorbs and kills more and more people. But that's where our story drifts off. I wonder what Goku was doing during this whole time. To get the answer to that question, you could actually watch a couple of different what-ifs. I made this what-if episode specifically to answer the question, what was going on Earth while Goku was off somewhere else? This could have happened when Goku was actually raised by Frieza over on a video I have, or it could have happened when Goku was raised by the Kaioshin. To a certain extent, depending on the what if or the timeline, things go off a bit differently. For example, in the Kaioshin video, Goku actually goes to Earth and defeats Majin Buu, meaning the androids would accomplish their goal and Piccolo would be defeated. But that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to check out my other what if videos. We are over 20,000 subscribers. That's incredible. Thank you so much, guys. Let's make it to 50,000 next. So be sure to share, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until we meet again, see ya.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to SmugStick, unless you want to be destroyed. Lord Beerus, that's hardly fair. But also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when he uploads new videos.